ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरो चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम। हरे कृष्ण। So this morning we are continuing reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 13, which describes Brahma stealing the boys and calves. Text number 2. Satam ayam shara vratam nisargo यदार्थवाणीं श्रुतिचेतसामपि प्रतिक्षणं नव्यावत् अच्युतस्यवत् स्त्रिया वितानम् इव साधु भ्राता। Satam of the devotees. I am this Sarabhritam, those who are Paramahansas, who have accepted the essence of life. Nisargaha, feature or symptom. Yad, which. Arthabani, the aim of life, the aim of profit. Shruti, the aim of understanding. Chetasamapi, who have decided to accept the bliss of transcendental subject as the aim and object of life. Pratikyanam, every moment. Nabhyavat, as if newer and newer. Achitasya, of Lord Krishna. Yat, because. Striyaha, topics of women or sex. Vitanam, of devotees who are attached to women. Eva, exactly like. Sadhu Varta, actual conversation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Prabhupada. So Srila Sukadeva Goswami continuing. Paramahansas, devotees who have accepted the essence of life, are attached to Krishna in core of their hearts, and He is the aim of their lives. It is their nature to talk only for Krishna at every moment, as if such topics were newer and newer. They were attached to such topics just as the materialistic are attached to topics of women and sex. So Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, the word Sarabhritam means Paramahansas. The Hansa or swan accepts milk from the mixture of milk and water and rejects the water. Similarly, the nature of persons who have taken the spiritual life and Krishna consciousness, understanding Krishna to be the life and soul of everyone, is that they cannot give up Krishna Katha or topics about Krishna at any moment. Such Paramhansas always see Krishna within the core of the hearts. Santa Sadaiva Hrudayasya Vilokayanti. Kam, the desire, Krodha, anger, and Bhaya, fear, are always present in the material world, but in the spiritual or transcendental world, one can use them for Krishna. Kamam Krishna Karmana Arpane. The desire of Paramhansas, therefore, is to act always for Krishna. Krodham Bhakta Dvesi Jane. So they use anger against the non-devotees and transform bhaya or fear into fear of being deviated from Krishna consciousness. In this way, the life of Paramhansas devotees is used entirely for Krishna, just as the life of a person attached to the material world is used simply for women and money. What is the day for materialistic person is the night for a spiritualist. What is very sweet for the materialistic, namely women and money, is regarded as the poison by the spiritualist. Sandarshanam Vishayinam Artha Joshistamja Ha Hanta Hanta Vishaya Bhakshanam Api Asadhu. So this is the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For the Paramhansa, Krishna is everything, but for the materialistic, women and money are everything. That's end the proper. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakyurnulmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamahyam Tadati Sopadantikam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhaya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, thank you so much. I am really grateful to all of you. Since we are approaching the Kartik month, so you have very kindly given me this opportunity to remember some of the pastime of Lord Krishna, because we are going through 10th canto, which is called Samambanam. So thank you very much for that, giving this association. So we just finished the topic of Aghasur pastime. So in this chapter, as we see, in the beginning, mostly in Srimad Bhagavatam, as you see, in the beginning of the chapter, either Parikshit Maharaj, sometimes we see Vidura Maitra Samad, the hearer, he put a question. And the reciter, he answers. So the chapter begins with that. Many of the chapters as you see in Srimad Bhagavatam. But this chapter, as you see, this is a little different. In the last chapter, there is a question. The end of the chapter, right? Parikshit Maharaj asked the question, why this Aghasura Leela was not discussed right away, and after 1 year, why? To discussing or answering that question, so this chapter begins with Sukadeva Goswami's answer. And always we see in the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Sukadeva Goswami as an authorized spiritual leader. So he always thankful to the Parikshit Maharaj, as we see in the beginning of the second chapter, also second canto, also we see when Parikshit Maharaj asked, he was not just thanking just in one word or in one verse. Many verses he is thanking the question. So in our Krishna consciousness life, actually, it is very much essential for us to understand and also always giving the thanks to others. Many times what happens, we do thanks to others for our, sometimes somebody praises us, or sometimes somebody does us some favor. So we thanks him. No? But here as we see, Sukadeva Goswami is not in that type of person who is thanking for any such of reciprocation for his personal benefit. Sukadeva Goswami is thanking because this topic what Parikshit Maharaj is putting in front of Sukadeva Goswami, that is for Loka Mangalam, is the welfare of all living entities. So in the first verse as you heard yesterday, so he was thanking also Parikshit Maharaj. And again this verse also, this is also a thanks to Parikshit Maharaj. But in that thanks, Sukadeva Goswami is giving some philosophical point. What is the essence or the importance of hearing about Lord Krishna? What is the importance of hearing? And another thing, what are the obstacles of hearing? As we little go to the deeper of this verse, because as we everybody understands that Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but how to increase our devotional service, day-to-day devotional service, to reaching our goal of life, right? So that's why each and every verse, as we see, Sukadeva Goswami narrates what is our sadhya and what is our sadhana. In this verse, same thing. He is thanking to Parikshit Maharaj, and also he is giving that what we should do and we should not, what we should restrain. Because the point when we understand that what we should do, sometimes we bypass that what we should not do. That's Srila Prabhupada, when he introduced Krishna consciousness in the West, he taught us what we should do and what we should refrain from, right? Jam and niyam, right? Because unless until we follow the regulative principle, we cannot achieve the desired result. We cannot see that, we came to Krishna consciousness, we took initiation bhava, this thing, that thing happened, so we are already in Krishna consciousness. We cannot be in that, we cannot think that, we will be in Krishna consciousness always, no? So that's why how to continue that in Krishna consciousness journey. So Srila Sukadeva Goswami is giving in this verse how daily in the regular basis, because 24 Krishna consciousness is for 24/7, right? For always Krishna consciousness. So here Sukadeva Goswami is thanking to Parikshit Maharaj by saying that it is not a new thing for you, Parikshit Maharaj, because Krishna's topic is such a relishable things. The person actually who is hearing this topic, he always gets newer and newer relishment. Like a person in the materialistic world, he get also release from this materialistic, like women and money. So one thing we see here, Sukadeva Goswami is saying that duty of a person who is in Krishna consciousness, he should always eager to hear Krishna Katha. And second thing, Sukadeva Goswami is saying that how Jai Shri Shri Krishna Balaram, Radha Shyam Sundar, Gauranga. So first underlining principle here is Sukadeva Goswami is saying that one must hear regularly the Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna Katha. And how to hear regularly? Because sometimes we hear, we don't have interest to hear, and then we cannot continue that hearing. Oh, yesterday also I heard Srimad Bhagavatam, why today I should go on? No, this should be a continued process. And how it can be continue? When you get more and more releasable from this thing. If you don't have an interest for something, you will not endeavor to work. Like in this metal world also. If you are not getting anything from your work, so you will not pursue to do that work. So same thing in Srimad Bhagavatam. When we are hearing more and more Krishna Katha, more about Lord's pastime and the activities, and we get more and more releasing. So another thing also, Sukadeva Goswami here is pointing that this is the job of Paramahansa. Those who are in Paramahansa stage, so they always release the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna Katha. In third canto also, as we see, Lord Kapil Dev also was telling same thing, Satam Prasangan Mama Virya Sambhite. Tusyanti Karna. Because the only topic of Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna is only releasable to the ear. When we don't get actually that releasable things from Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna Katha, then we try to release from others sources. So many times in our practice of Krishna consciousness, we struggle in this point. Many times devotee ask how we can develop this thing. Sometimes we hear some mundane song, what we heard from 20 years, now we are 20 years in Krishna consciousness. Still sometimes we hear that song, we get attracted to that song. Because we have not developed to hearing Krishna Katha. Because Krishna Katha or Krishna is not different. Like the name of Krishna, the form of Krishna, and the everything pastime of Krishna, everything is transcendental. Dharma karma cha me divyam, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes we see that in the altar we see there is beautiful darshan, everything. Then after that we forget, because we don't realize that how they look so beautiful. How their lotus feet is like this, how so we don't remember. When we see the deity, we don't remember the lotus feet which emanates the Ganges, and which purify the three worlds. So we don't see that. Whoever surrendered to the lotus feet of Krishna, he get Asoka Abhay Charan Tumhara Doy. So he get all fearlessness, And all of the material pangs of everything is gone away by remembering the lotus feet of Krishna. We don't think that when we see the lotus feet of Krishna, we don't remember those things. We don't. So that's why sometimes we just have a darshan and sometimes go away. No? After that we forget. When somebody asks how did you address today, then we struggle to narrate. No? Because we don't keep this thing in our mind. So that's why here Sukadeva Goswami is giving a remedy actually for us, those who are practicing Krishna consciousness, because the Srimad Bhagavatam is particularly for the devotees. How the devotees, they will get more and more release from different pastimes of Krishna. Like here as we see, what is the situation of Parikshit Maharaj? If we remember, our situation is not like that, at least, We have not cursed for 7 days of our life. But Parikshit Maharaj knew that his life is very short. Because he has been engaged by releasing the nectarian pastime of Lord Krishna, he was not satisfied at all. He is not saying, Sukadeva Goswami, you just finish anyway, this is Srimad Bhagavatam, because my life is very short, I am going to die. No? So that's why here Sukadeva Goswami is saying that it is not very difficult for Parikshit Maharaj, because he is Paramahansa. Paramahansa means, Prabhupada explains in Paramahansa means, those like swan. Like swan extracts milk from the water, they are together. So that Paramahansa, they live in this material world. Paramahansa does not mean that he living somewhere else only in Dham, or he is like 125 years old. Paramahansa does not mean. So Srila Prabhupada gives very simple definition of a Paramahansa. He lives like a materialistic world as you see, but he is always in releasing the Krishna's pastime and his transcendental leelas always. Though he is acting like a materialistic person. That's why Srila Sukadeva Goswami is giving an example here. As a materialistic person, he is attached to the money and woman because he understood that they are very important for his life. That's why the Paramahansa, he understood that my goal of life is only to achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. That when we understand this importance actually of our life, then we get more serious. As long as we don't understand this importance, then we don't get attracted to hearing more and more. We think that, oh, yesterday I heard also Srimad Bhagavatam, today same topic is going on. Now Aghasura Leela, I know the Aghasura Leela pastime. But we don't know that, we don't understand that. What is the important things, actually important message, what Srila Sukadeva Goswami is giving to Parikshit Maharaj in this pastime. So here Sukadeva Goswami again, what Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport. The devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness, they should develop their attachment to hear. And when we understand that hearing is the main process, only and only process to purify our hearts. It's the beginning and it is also end. Because as we see in the teachings of Rupa Goswami, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also telling same thing. In the beginning of a devotional service, you must hear, because by hearing you understand what is the Krishna, because by seeing you cannot understand the Krishna. By hearing you can understand Krishna, and same hearing you will have to continue up to going to the Golok Vrindavan also. When the soul reaches the Golok Vrindavan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that the same thing Shravana Kirtan you have to continue here. Because hearing is so important actually in our devotional service. And that we miss. we sometimes we become very complex. So that's why we are Srila Prabhupada gives another example here. What happens when we don't hear or we don't give more emphasis to hearing? Then slowly we get attached to the mundane things, material things, like a material person. That's why he gave from Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is actually from original verse in the last verse. It is from Chaitanya Chandramrita Natak. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing this pastime. Because what happens actually when we don't hear about Lord Krishna's pastime, when we don't develop the Lord's hearing quality, then we attract towards the materialistic person. So that's why here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Sarvam Bhattacharya asked Lord Chaitanya, the king of Orissa is very devoted to Lord Jagannath. Is it possible he can meet you? So immediately Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu put his hands in the ear. So he is saying this verse, Ha Hanta. Is a person who is trying to get rid of from this material ocean. If he entangle again to this materialistic person, those who are engaged in money and women, then what will his life? He will simply the suicide himself. So this is actually Srila Prabhupada's, as I understood from this verse, why Srila Prabhupada gave this example here, or this purport here. In my little understanding, what I understood, Srila Prabhupada tried to mention, he gave us the importance of hearing. If you don't hear, and in the pretense of a devotee, then we are simply suiciding ourselves. Because sometimes we try to hear or we pretend sometimes to hear, but we don't actually hear. So that is the importance of this verse as Srila Prabhupada is trying to mention. But Krishna consciousness is so wonderful as we see. Even if you try to pretend to hear also, if you hear and hear more and more hearing, and you will purify your hearing. It's so wonderful, this system of Krishna consciousness. Even you try to pretend hearing also, you pretend to hear. One day it will come, so you will release and you will. So this is so beauty actually of the Krishna consciousness. But as we go to the little rivers in the material world, material mundane things, that you hear one time, 2 times, 3 times, you are not interested. After many times, you don't. But in Krishna consciousness, the beauty of Krishna consciousness, as you hear more and more, it will give more and more release. So that's why here, again we go to the Sukadeva Goswami's point, as he is saying that the person, because this topic of Krishna consciousness is always ever fresh. But Krishna is ever fresh, that's his topic also is ever fresh. Sometimes we see, this was spoken 5,000 years back. No, this was not spoken 5,000 years back. This is just spoken just now in front of us. We see that Sukadeva Goswami is narrating to us. It's not the 5,000 years, because we see that, this is old 5,000. No, Krishna consciousness topic is not old at all. So that's why here we see Sukadeva Goswami said that his topic is newer and newer. Every day you hear same thing. Krishna is so beauty, Krishna is so transcendental, his work is this thing. Aghasur Lila you hear 1,000 times. As we hear, just approaching the Kartik month, Damodar Lila we are hearing. Every year we come to Vrindavan, we hear this pastime, a wonderful pastime with them. Still we try to hear more and more. Because this Krishna conscious topic never get old. So this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. That's why we should always try to hear and more Because in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam also it was told in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sranatam Sokatham Krishna Punya Sravan Kirtanam Hridantastahi Apadrani Vidunati Sruhut Satam. Because why it has given so much emphasis to hearing? Because in the beginning of creation also when Lord Brahma was created, he also could not understand what is the origin of his. So he also heard the tapa. So that's why the knowledge begins from hearing. That's why the hearing is so important. Because why it has been given in many scriptures that hearing is so important. Because this hearing is the only source where you can get knowledge, and you can get also your sadhana. You can get through hearing also, you can engage yourself in devotional sadhana also. Because unless you hear, you cannot speak also anything or forget about the remembrance. So that's why it is so important to hear about the Supreme Lord and His pastime. And another thing is Sukadeva Goswami is trying to say the characteristic of a person, those who are Paramahansa. The characteristic of a person, as just I was going through little bit, through the outward looking, outward seeing, we cannot understand the person whether he is a Paramahansa or he is something else. Unless he speaks, he cannot understand. And the duty of the Paramahansa, what they do? They don't speak about what is going on in this market. Like Srila Prabhupada says, kya bhav hai, no? Srila Prabhupada always speaks. What is going on in this market? They don't inquire so much about what is going on. They always speak like Satam Prasangana Mama Veera Samvide. Always they discuss about Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says how they spend their time. They always discuss when they meet to each other. They always Tushyantita Ramanjita. They always release my topics and they spend their time to discussing only and only my topics. They have no other business. Sometimes people think that how long you can discuss about Krishna, no? You feel bored, no? That's why in the end of this verse, Sukadeva Goswami, because people are thinking bored because they are hearing and they are thinking and all these things are dependent upon money and women. That's why they become very much frustrated from this material world and mundane topic. How long they can discuss? They can discuss 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. They cannot discuss like many years one topic. Because in this material world there is nothing to discuss. So when Sajjan Tosani was beginning by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, there was pastime. So there are so many newspapers that time was published in Bengal. When Bhakti Vinod Thakur started the Sajjan Tosani, so the people they asked, what you can write Kedarnath Babu? No? So Bhakti Vinod Thakur told that there are so many things they write, their paper will shortage, our government cannot supply the papers. No? Because in this mundane world you have nothing, but you are writing every day. And the end of the day, what you are doing, you are putting in the dustbin, garbage bin. But the topic of Krishna is so much. If you try to write about Krishna, there are so many things to write, even you cannot supply the papers to write. So that's why here in the characteristic of Paramahansa, as we see here, Sukadeva Goswami is narrating, they always try to hear. They always try to hear about Krishna, always try to discuss about Krishna, always try to talk about Krishna. And whenever they go, they always think about Krishna, they carry it to Krishna always. Like the famous story, as you understand, when Prabhupada was in the New York City, Manhattan, somebody asked devotee, are you not missing Vrindavan? Prabhupada said, yes, this is also Vrindavan. So how can a person think about that this is the Manhattan building, he is saying that this is a Vrindavan? Because the Paramahansa, he had the vision. His eyes are anointed with the Krishna Prem, that's why he understood everything is Vrindavan. Because his mind and his heart is overflow with the Vrindavan pastime, always he thinks about Vrindavan. Then only he can understand, he can speak about like this. So that's why sometimes we may try to imitate this thing. Our Prabhupada was saying this, we may try to imitate. So this cannot be imitated by someone, but by practicing. Yes, it is possible also by practicing. Krishna says you cannot imitate by practicing. Only by practicing, day will come, you don't know, you will also remember wherever you go, you think about Krishna Balaram, how they looks beautiful, how this thing is going on. So, what we understood from this verse, Srila Prabhupada is trying us to become Paramahansa. Because Srila Prabhupada always wants to see the devotees in Krishna consciousness movement. They all should become Paramahansa. Paramahansa you should not take in different way, Paramahansa, right? Paramahansa means always Krishna consciousness, right? Paramahansa, that is called Paramahansa. So that's why that is our goal of our life, Prabhupada is putting in his purport. And how to achieve that goal? Hearing. Prabhupada is giving the remedy, sadhya sadhana. Prabhupada is giving sadhana. How to become Paramahansa? Not like mental speculation, or doing so much austere, or penance, or fasting this day, that day. Artificial we cannot do that. So we cannot achieve this, but a simple process. Shravana, Kirtana, Vishnu Smarana. Through that process, we can also become Paramahansa. And if we don't, then what will happen? We simply eating poison. Like the materialistic person, they are engaged in material world. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any question or comment?
That verse, Akama Sava Kama Moksha Kama Dadadi Divina Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purushantaram. So if somebody has material desires and they're approaching Krishna with devotional service, trying to read nicely, hear nicely, and serve nicely, but still they have some desires and they're struggling. Arjuna said the mind is difficult to control the senses. So what to do then? Are you committing offenses because you're not 100% strictly following, or how do we understand that everyone approaches Krishna whether you have desires or no material desires?
So you know the answer. Only to make me purify, you are just asking question. So you see, as long as we are in this material world particularly, so the desires for sense gratification will be there always, unless until we come to Krishna consciousness and try to purify. Because the curriculum here in material world, as we study in the school, the curriculum here is you are always entangled with the matters. No? So that's why the desires, everything will come. But when we come to Krishna consciousness and we hear from the proper sources, so what is the difficulty of ours and what is our situation, how to overcome this thing. And when we practice also, when we practice also, this thing also come again, because this will come and bouncing you. But still we carry on this service, are practicing the formula what has given by our founder Acharya, Divine Grace. So day will come, we will overcome this. desire. This is for sure guarantee. But we have to stick on this in platform what Founder Acharya has given. It makes sense?
Yes, very good. I just want to say one comment that by reading Bhagavatam, not only are we hearing about the pastimes of Krishna and devotees and beautiful prayers, but throughout all of Prabhupada's transcendental purports, he's giving guidance how to mold the society, how to mold our character, and how to work together for spreading Krishna consciousness. So that's an important aspect because you have 10 cantos and a lot of instruction there to help us understand how the society should, be in what mood, and every page has instructions also.
Yeah.
Along with Katha.
Thank you. Anybody has any question? Oh, and backside some hands are raising. So please feel free. Any question or comment or any rectification can made. Backside, that Mataji, she has come. So please.
Thank you so much for your wonderful class.
No.
I'm so happy you have come. Maharaj, I was just reading the Purple also, you explained, how the materialists, they are attached to women and sex. In the same way, to that intensity, a Paramahamsa is attached to Krishna. So Maharaj, my question I think is related to not Paramahamsas, but those who are practicing devotees. Sometimes we see, unfortunately, that in ISKCON, there are devotees who are maybe even suffering, I'm sorry to say. And they may behave in ways which are very questionable when it comes to women. And otherwise as well. So Maharaj, what happens to them if they are practicing Krishna consciousness and they're following sadhana bhakti, mangalarati, chanting, everything, but then these elements are there? Because devotees who have been in the movement for quite a while, when they have to see such incidences happening, it can be a little bit, to say the least, uncomfortable and can, I don't know what else to say, actually.
Okay.
Throw some light on this subject because I'll be very grateful.
Okay. So this is not only in ISKCON, no? Happens every spiritual organization. So before coming to ISKCON, I was in 2-3 organizations also. So I understood that what happens there. So it did not happen because you see, as we just before I was telling, that's the characteristic of this material world. Because who is the caretaker of this material world? Durga, right? She does not want to miss some person from her party, no? Nobody wants actually in this world. So when somebody pursues Krishna consciousness, then she thinks that, oh, somebody is going away from my clutches, my peripheral area. So she tries to put so many obstacles in your path of devotion. So this is not actually, we cannot say that, oh, this is something fall down, somebody is saying that this thing, or somebody is acting like some questionable things. He is wearing saffron, he is talking this thing, that thing. So this is not in that way. We should not take in that in a different way. So we see in that way that that person is struggling actually in his devotional service. If we are so compassionate to that person, so if we can help that person to get rid from this, so that will be, I think, will be more. So in that way we can be actually become helpful to that person. Because everyone in this world, even a householder also, everyone in this practicing devotional service, we are going through different channels. So there are ups and downs comes. So, but one thing is sure, as again I was saying that when we are fixed, what process our founder has given. So if you are honestly following those things, then there may be hundreds and hundreds of obstacles comes in our way. So that will slowly they'll bypass this thing. So if we know that somebody is going to in that process and he is not behaving according to his varna and ashram, so we try to help them. As a Vaishnava, we try to paradukhe dukhi. So we should try to help them rather than criticize or discussing about him. Okay, Maharaj. It makes some sense?
Srila Prabhupada says that our movement is like a hospital.
Yeah.
So everyone in the hospital is
Screaming, shouting.
supposed to be there sick. You don't go to the hospital if you are okay.
Yeah.
So, meaning that everyone has a degree of disease. And as long as they're following and they're doing the sadhana and they're doing the best they can, there's a saying also, you don't criticize a person who's taking bath. He's dirty, but he's taking bath. So after the bath, they'll be clean. Of course, don't get yourself dirty. So each and every one of us has a certain degree of disease.
Yeah.
But we should look more inside ourselves, the degree of our disease. And if someone can point this out, as you said, Maharaj, to us, we should be happy.
Yeah.
We should be grateful. And in this way, there's going to be room for improvement.
Thank you so much.